Hey guys, happy Sunday. So y'all know how I do. I just had to go there today because I knew that there was something fishy. I knew that there was something fishy about this little live that they did trying to chastise the boys that left, the disciples that left. I want to start. That's why you see how I got directly into this live. I want to start off with the fishiness, okay? The fishiness that's going on. And I want y'all to follow along because this is here to confuse you. But we're going to get it right. Because, see, I know that the females, the carbonation girls, are watching in the bushes. And I just want to say that I've been your age. You ain't never been mine, sweetie. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait a couple of minutes so I can show Exhibit A on the trickery that these females are trying to do. It's one thing for the last couple of days for you to be chastising the dudes and playing with their minds. But when you stop playing with the minds, oh son, check this out. When you stop playing with the minds of the people who you are now asking for $15,000 from to help with lawyer fees, it ain't no time to be trying to confuse the public when you need that kind of money. Now I'm going to play something that I premiered at 11 o'clock, but I recorded, edited, and uploaded it to my channel to be scheduled for 11. That means that video that I'm about to let you listen to, because I already know the game. The players change, but the game remains the same. That's all I'm going to tell you. That video was already up, but just not premiering until 11 a.m. today. So hours before you guys probably even got up, I knew something was fishy about it just being the 3 Musketeers and not the 4. And I don't know why y'all are playing games, because when I bring up this pettiness that you guys are still doing, I'm trying to give Nature Boy a little bit of the benefit of the doubt that he wouldn't be that stupid to get on a recorded line and tell you guys to still be doing these little, let's remove somebody from the equation to make us relevant again, so that people can start talking about us. The algorithm will go off in a frenzy, and then they'll send all the traffic over to us, and we can beg for donations. So, Ephraim, we want you to sit out on this live while we chastise the men who left carbonation and make them feel guilty, because we know that they're going to feel guilty because they're reprogrammed like us and they're brainwashed still. Even though they had enough sense to still leave, they'll feel guilty. Maybe some of them will come back and help. But also, let's try to confuse and manipulate the viewers, the audience, the channel holders. But again, I've been your age. You ain't never been mine. So because I knew that there was some trickery going on, and again, I hope, Nature Boy, you ain't lost all your faculties to be on a recorded line doing these storylines and planting these seeds, trying to trigger the social media like you did when you was free, bro. Because right now you're fighting for your freedom. You ain't got time to be trying to confuse the masses, and you the one need the $15,000 for a lawyer, not us. So I'm gonna show you Exhibit A. So when people come into this live, if you missed the live, you'll understand where I'm going with it. Okay, Exhibit A. So 2 hours ago, let me do this. 2 hours ago, actually, hold on 1 second, because I have to share it first. Let me share this with you first. Because, see, y'all playing around. And this should further let y'all know that these people are acting like they are devastated. Hi, everyone. I don't want y'all to think that, hey, Dime Diva, hey, sis, what's up? I haven't seen you in a while, sweetie. So I want to show you Exhibit A. And let me make it larger now. So anyways, 2 hours ago, I put up this video. And listen to what I said. They're going to be blown away when they hear this. I hope you girls are listening again. I don't think you were paying attention. You do this all the time. It's to the point that I have to weasel the fourth one out by doing what I did this morning to see if you really left 𝗪𝗛 or if you guys are playing games. I know. Let me finish. Just listen. Listen to what I said at the 11 a.m. premiere. Listen, guys. Do not hesitate to come up and speak your piece. However, early this morning, I saw that the girls didn't upload Malia, and Zoca, and I decided to update you guys that I was going to go live. I said I wasn't yesterday, but I am going to go live because I noticed, and I'm not going to make it seem like while I was looking at this live that I noticed it. It took me a second time as I was doing my edits that where is 𝗪𝗛? Does anyone see 𝗪𝗛 in this live? There could be a couple of possibilities that 𝗪𝗛 was sick, couldn't get on live. I don't know what it can be, but I know that she's not in the live stream. Now, we know in the past, Nature Boy used to take one of the people out of the equations, one of the girls, one of the guys. Then we would question it in the public where that member was. Did they leave? Now, I don't think this would be the best time. So let's just say, if you're listening, Carbonation Girls, some of what Nature Boy tells you to do, and one being if you took 𝗪𝗛 out of the equation to get the attention of the audience, that would be the wrong way to do it, especially if you needed $15,000 for lawyer fees. Because if 𝗪𝗛 was still there, but she was not in this live, you're just reminding us that we are going to keep our Babylon money in our pockets, guys. Because why would we help people that are still trying to trick our minds from a distance like they have been doing for a few years on social media with when they go live? Like, say if Velvet was still there, they would tell Velvet not to be in the video, so people would inquire and want to tune in more. It is a good social media tactic to do to get views, but right now when you need money, I don't think that this being a sensitive situation that they should play around like that. So what it appears to me, because they are all dropping like flies, you know, I do predict. So I wanted to hold on one second, guys. So I just want to show you that. So right after I put the premiere up, all of a sudden, 𝗪𝗛 appears. And we're not going to listen to what she has to say because that job has already been done. You guys already saw these videos. You may not have saw the one that 𝗪𝗛 did about less than an hour ago, but they're not saying anything. They're still trying to, because their minds are brainwashed and reprogrammed. They're trying to do it to us. And for what? I don't know. Because they're the broke parties that are begging for our Babylonian money to help get a $15,000 lawyer for Nature Boy. But you still want to play storylines. You still want to play brainwashing and confusing people games. But in the same breath, you're asking for money. Who wants to give, for number one, money to somebody online who are known scam artists, narcissists, storyliners, and straight up liars. You try to run game. And this is why I will continue to do commentary and not be recording these crazy, cuckoo, don't make dollars and it don't make sense rants, because that's all they are. They don't make any sense. Somebody asks you, what are you talking about? You couldn't tell them yourself. You don't know what you're saying. You're just saying whatever comes off the top of your head. It's not even coming from your heart. And we can clearly see you people don't know what you're talking about, and it's not real, because all of the disciple men left. And they was pushing the 3 allegedly real hard. You couldn't say nothing about Nature Boy. And they were the first ones to leave. That's why they cut the comments on. Thank you. And that is Exhibit B. Oh, Keisha. Thank you, sweetie. Let's go to Exhibit B. Let me share this screen on that as well. Because, see, I'm not fitting to be putting up no lives of this crazy jibber jabber they're talking about. I'm doing commentary and I'm articulating myself. And I'm going to tell you what I feel that's going on. I'm not putting no live up, and I'm the 100th channel that put that same live up, and they ain't talking about nothing. Putting up a live doing commentary about what? What am I commentating? I'm gonna let you listen to this live that Efru did. She did this live 2 hours ago. But remember, I put up that live stream at 11. No, I scheduled it for 11 a.m. And I'm gonna let you listen again for the people that come in the room. Stop playing games with us, cause ain't nobody slow but you to even think that we don't know what's going on. 2 hours ago, Efru goes live. All of a sudden, she appears. What happened to you? Was you sick? Was there some hay fever going on? Or was you told to stay out the equation? Who are you playing games with? Nobody but yourself. It's all an illusion, sis. Look it. And then peep game. Then she went live an hour ago. And you can't leave a comment, because the comment section is it says comments on this post have been limited. Why are they limited? You begging for people's money, but we can't leave a comment? Every time I know they're up to something, I've been doing this for years. Put a Y in the chat. And I want to find out if somebody left carbonation, or if some allegations that were really horrible allegations were true or not. I would plant the seeds like I did. And then all of a sudden, Nature Boy would have that person appear from out the closet, underneath the bed, or wherever they were at. Right, sell the car, right. I've been doing this for years. So I wanted to be nosy, because I'm sick of listening to this commentate. How are we commentating on what they are saying when what they're saying don't even make no sense? They sound like this. How do you comment? Well, she said, how are you commentating on something that sounds like another language? I can't commentate on somebody speaking Spanish if I only know English. I can't commentate on somebody that's not making sense if I got sense, is what I'm saying. So I'm not going to be up here playing these lives on my channel. I'm going to be talking about these lives that other people put up for me, so I can do the second part, which is the commentating. Y'all seen that live? That type of stuff. Y'all see that little stunt they just pulled? That type of stuff. I'm not breaking down those lives, because them lives are nothing to break down. These people are sick. They have had time to sit with themselves and think about what's going on, and they rather sit around here and play games, and in the same breath be asking for people's money, and they playing games. They're afraid to read and hear the truth. Exactly. Stop playing games. And I know you guys are listening. That's why you had Efru go on before I went live. But again, I've been your age. You ain't never been mine. You ain't never been mine. There's a lot of things that I do. I have a method to my madness. I might even have people that I talk to, or I might kick it with on live or something. And y'all might think, oh, she better watch out for that one because they can't be trusted. Trust and believe. You keep your friends close and your enemies closer. I don't know none of these people from a hole in the wall. I know everybody got an alternative motive, whether it's good or bad. And in this case, it's usually bad. And I see right through it. Now, if you was trying to really get him out, I think in your own sort of way, I don't know if Nature Boy put y'all up to this little stunt that y'all used to do or not. But you're certainly not going to get people's money doing that. Now, continue to chastise Solar and the rest because they left you guys hanging with the $15,000 lawyer fee that y'all can't pay because you only got food stamps. And True's the only one with a check, and that's not enough to pay the $15,000. But you're not going to play with my community. So while everybody else is wasting on doing a commentary video to the live that you're talking about absolutely nothing, I'll be talking about what I see that's playing out in the background. And that's the commentary part. The game that you're playing, the little stunts that you're trying to run. But in the same breath, you're trying to ask people for money. And I will make sure before this live is over that I speak on it and also let you listen to my 11 o'clock live premiere that I did because I knew that they was running a stunt. But I wasn't sure. But in my heart, and I said how I felt, I was sure about that. I don't know what's going on, pretty much. But if you're trying to get that 15,000, is what I was saying, that's not the way to get it. I had a comment every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess, and Aya said the same thing on her post. Do you see what I'm saying? And you know what, Natasha? I believe you because there's sayings that I've said, and then I hear him say, Nature Boy and them say it in the download later in the past. These people are crazy, but they're trying to tell me and you how to live our life and how to be righteous. It's sad, man. It's sad. They're not competent. Talking about they trying to do downloads to save us because we're the ones that don't get it. And y'all stay lying and trying to trick people's mind like people are stupid. That's why I purposely just showed you my 11 a.m. premiere to let you know I'm up on game. See, they know that people are losing the focus because everybody wants to be the first one to put up the live because they're up all night. People can't sleep, and they want to be the first one to put up that they put the live up first. Why do you want to be the first person to put these lives up of them talking about nothing? You're doing commentary, doing commentary on what? They're not saying anything. These people have lost it. They're not going to remember half of what they're saying, or they're not going to want to remember none of what they're saying when they snap out of this spell that they're on. This is getting ridiculous now. They're getting out of control. They need to go. Go home. Go to your families. Go get help. It's going to take you a long time to get reprogrammed the right way again. And you shouldn't be wasting your time with a man that don't care about you. He's got you like a little puppet on a string while he's in jail looking stupid online. Enough's enough. Go home. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. I put the link inside of the chat, guys. If anyone wants to come up I'm trying to put. Hold on 1 second. Oh, here it goes. But yeah, it's sad. It's really sad. I sat up there and said to myself, these people are really. And matter of fact, let me play the video while y'all are here. Now we ain't playing this. I knew what you was up to. I've been your age. You ain't never been mine. You gonna stop playing with this community over here. You gonna stop playing with my people over here. You gonna have to stop playing with my people over here. So I'm gonna share that video while I got you guys' attention, so you can hear what I said at 11 a.m. Because we gonna stop playing games over here. I see through a lot of stuff. Even people that try to be friends and cool with me. I already know what the motive is. I ain't got to tell you I know what the motive is. Just know I know what the motive is. I know what the motive is. I ain't got to tell you about you.
Please do not hesitate to come up and speak your
Listen.
piece. However, early this morning, I saw that the girls did it up.
This was a live that I scheduled for 11 a.m. today. Just want to reiterate that. However, I had this video done about 7, maybe 7 o'clock, the latest, but I scheduled it for 11 a.m. to give y'all time to wake up at what I noticed from this morning that didn't seem quite right.
Upload Malia, Zoca, and I decided to
Hold on for 1 second,
update you guys
sweetie.
that I was gonna go live.
Hold on for 1
I said
second.
I wasn't yesterday, but I am gonna go live because I noticed, and I'm not gonna make it seem like while I was looking at this live that I noticed it. It took me a second time as I was doing my edits that where is 𝗪𝗛𝗪? Does anyone see 𝗪𝗛𝗪 in this live?
Anybody see 𝗪𝗛𝗪?
Now, there could be a couple of possibilities that 𝗪𝗛𝗪 was sick, couldn't get on live. I don't know what it can be, but I know that she's not in a live stream. Now, we know in the past, Nature Boy used to take one of the people out of the equations, one of the girls, one of the guys. Then we would question it in the public where that member was. Did they leave? Now, I don't think this would be the best time. So let's just say, if you're listening, Carbonation Girls, some of what Nature Boy tells you to do, and one being if you took 𝗪𝗛𝗪 out of the equation to get the attention of the audience, that would be the wrong way to do it, especially if you needed $15,000 for lawyer fees. Because if 𝗪𝗛𝗪 was still there, but she was not in this live, you're just reminding us that we are going to keep our Babylon money in our pockets, guys. Because why would we help people that are still trying to trick our minds from a distance like they have been doing for a few years on social media with when they go live? Like, say if Velvet was still there, they would tell Velvet not to be in the video, so people would inquire and want to tune in more. It is a good social media tactic to do to get views, but right now when you need money, I don't think that this being a sensitive situation that they should play around like that. So what it appears to me, because they are all dropping like flies.
So I just had to let you guys hear that again. I knew something was up with them. I'm sorry, Tasha, if you want to come back up, I'll put the link back up. I just wanted the people that were already in here to hear that again. You know, I knew something wasn't quite right. And I said to myself, these people are running some game. They're probably the attention in the audience fell off. Solar grabbed everybody's attention with the baby love story. So they had a one-up Solar, and they wanted people to get people's attention also by how they're chastised in the last couple of days. The men, the disciples who have left, they're literally chastising them for leaving. Yesterday they're playing music, trying to do the guilt trip, acting like they're not going to have talent and better music after they left Carbonation, not knowing their music will probably get better now that they left Carbonation. They're doing this Carbonation girl guilt trip because Nature Boy sent them on a mission, a dummy mission. And if you're listening, Nature Boy, because who knows, you probably got a laptop that's rigged so you can go on to social media and listen to what's being said so you know how to control your puppets from a distance. If you were trying to get these puppets, the Carbonation girls, to get you $15,000 for a lawyer fee, I don't see it happening. But if you are, stop trying to play mind games with the community, trying to confuse us, but you still want people's hard-earned money. You can't have it your way. It's not Burger King. You can't have it your way. You got to stop this. You can get more bees with honey than you can with vinegar. You should already know. But these games that you playing, you got to come up with some new ones. Because I've been doing this for years. Every time I question something that don't sound right, I plant a seed. So that's how I know when other people plant seeds. Because I plant seeds. So even when I have people real close to me, up around me, on my channel, I see the subliminals. I see the plant seeds, the seeds being planted. But I go along with it until you go overboard like you're doing right now. Don't ask people for no $15,000 from no lawyer to so-called get an innocent man out. But you are one mind, one self, and your behavior is this man out. But you are one. Can you, Tasha? Can you please turn the your computer on mute while you're on the live because it's gonna echo. When you guys come up, please make sure that your laptops or cell phones are off so that it doesn't echo while I'm talking. I can hear myself being echoed and no cussing. But how you doing, Tasha?
Hey, good afternoon. Peace and blessings to you, SL Miss Davis. How you doing?
How you doing today, sweetie?
I mean, this is totally ridiculous. We all know. If you don't know by now, we all know they're scammers. If
Yeah,
people are
that's
still
crazy.
opening up their pockets for these folks, they got issues as well. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Everything that they say or Eligio say is from bits and pieces of other religious doctrine that he made into something else of his own. So it's just a
Exactly.
whole bunch of jibber jabber.
Yep. That's
And
all it is. That's why I said I'm not keep putting them lives up. There's a whole bunch of channels that they're gonna flood the waves. Nature Boy keyword, and you'll go and look up this man, and you're gonna see it on 20 channels. And I'm not gonna do
yeah,
commentary
he's
to it
yeah
because
he's wasting time because we be talking about other things, other
mm-hmm,
issues that's going on in this world instead of him. We already
exactly,
know that he done got caught up in his stuff. He's there where he needs to be. These carbonation, the remaining followers, they need to get separate, go on with their life, do what they need to do because the world is
exactly,
still going to go on. What are they going to be doing? Still in nature or stuck saying, "I'm waiting for Eligio." I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
I don't
As
get it
far as the
either.
fact, these are beautiful girls. They got themselves in something that they did not realize until it was too late. And I feel for them, but at this point, I'm not because the heck if I'm going to stay somewhere and glorify somebody that put hands on me, calls me out my name, treats me other than the queen. Even if you decide you want to have more than one wife, whatever, it's just the fact of the matter is he's doing that. He's showing it on TV, and then you're saying he's a good man, he's gentle, he's that totally opposite of what everybody is seeing.
Yep.
Why would you allow that? How can you possibly allow that? What is going on? Then they're saying everything is an illusion. Is that subliminal for them? I don't get it.
That's a girl. Let me tell you, they really think that we really think that everything is an illusion because you see the stunts that they just pulled, and they continue to pull these stunts and then ask for people's money. So they
Mm-hmm.
really think that everything is an illusion. Like for example, if I didn't like say for example, we call them out on this now, they'll still sit there and go, Efru was in that live yesterday, last night. SL's lying on us. It's all an illusion. Everything's just an illusion, huh? They are sick. They need to go get some help. I feel bad for these girls.
Yes.
They're
Yeah.
doing too much. They are running themselves raggedy, and it's
And when
sad.
I was looking at the IG live, I happened to see 𝗪𝗛 post make a comment on that live. I'm like, 𝗪𝗛 is still with them. She just made a comment right
And
there.
then she just went live about 2 hours ago, and then she did another live an hour ago, back to
Uh,
back. But if you go to the comment section, it's disabled. You can't leave a
right.
comment. Yeah, come on, stop playing games with people. But in the same breath, you ask for people's money.
And then they're constantly
It's sad.
switching up. They're changing their IG names. They're doing this. Now
And you can't even
Zoca
find
is
them.
safe. I don't it's just ridiculous. They are so confused. It's what they're not they're I mean, what type of they totally need help.
Yeah, they do.
They
And
have
let me
a
tell you something.
they have multiple personality disorders. They have it bipolar disorder. There's something going
Mhm.
on.
And then
It's
when you
something
said
going
about the
on.
channel, that's another thing. They're so smart, they're stupid. Because like you just said about the changing their names, have if you want to figure out why maybe your attention that you're trying to get by removing 𝗪𝗛 out the equation out that live stream from yesterday, well, maybe you should just put your name back to the names Nature Boy gave you.
Mm.
Malia, Aya, 𝗪𝗛, Zoca. Now, this is what you heard from SL Davis. I know they're in the bushes. Because if you're trying to get the attention of the audience, tell Eligio, bro, we can't keep changing our name every other day. It's going to be harder and harder for people to find the message of us begging for $15,000.
Mm.
So it's like, make it make sense. You want to beg for money, and like you said, but you're changing your channel name every other day. The
And it's
story
the thing.
changes every other day.
And it's the thing. They talk about Babylon, how we have cars and houses and everything. Weren't they in houses when they were out? Didn't they? Wasn't they driving a car up in Puerto Rico or whatever the case? So how do you
Yep.
talk about Babylon things, but yet you're benefiting off of it too by using them? So I don't get it.
I don't
You're
either.
you're talking about money and you can't touch the money, but yet you're asking us for money that you got to get them out. What is it? That's just so they're so contradicting. It's crazy.
And then they expect, even though, we might say things about the boys, but then now they want to chastise the disciple male for leaving. Why would anybody want to stay around and get control from a distance when they was miserable when the man was there? Just like
Right.
y'all are miserable. Now look at this. Let me just show this too. You was talking about how they're driving cars. Remember how Nature Boy talking about, I'm looking at his. I showed it before, the Lean Cuisine page. Let's look at this again. Just a reminder how sick these people are. Just a reminder. I know y'all know, but I just want to keep showing y'all. Look at this. This is little lamb stew. What happened to them not eating meat?
Yeah, vegan. They're supposed to be vegan, eating
Vi-
clean.
Right? No, they're not. This ain't eating
I mean,
clean. What is this? Fried shrimp?
yeah.
Come on, stop. Oh, it's let me rephrase it. It's the coconut shrimp. Wow. Like, I mean, and what happened? What happened? Where'd y'all go wrong? Please let me know. It's just ridiculous. So it's really sad. They need to go sit down somewhere in a corner, a closet or whatever, and regroup, because it's sad. It's like, go sit down. Y'all are
It's
nothing but narcissists. He done turned you into sick individuals.
Mhm. I'm like, how much hurt do they have against their real family? Why are they trying to totally why are they willing to stay separated from their family? It's like
And their
it's
kids.
it's more deep rooted issues that they have that that they need to deal with, other than Legio too. And I'm peeping that out. Everybody that went there had some type of trauma or had some type of trauma or something going on in their life.
Yeah, it's sad. Really
It's
sad.
a shame.
I think what makes me mad is that, because we can always turn the other cheek and say, "Well, it's not our problem." It is your problem, because they're only trying to affect their own community. It's not
Mm.
like they're saying we're gonna try to destroy the opposite race. They're trying to put this in their own people's head, trying to mess other people up further. You need to find someone that's gonna take control of your life and brainwash you.
Mm.
And Solar said in an interview he did the other day, allegedly Nature Boy was whipping them with belts, and releasing on them. As instead of going to the bathroom to do the number one, he's doing it on them when they
Yeah.
do something wrong. You heard that when he said that?
Yeah, when I heard that, my stomach turned.
I didn't know he was doing that. I that was the first time I heard about no Carbonation member, not even Velvet, when she was telling her story, ever said that he was doing that to them. But I really believe that they're gonna leave out a lot of degrading stuff that was done to them, because there's some things that might not sit too well on their spirit they have to share, that they had to endure, and that being one of them. To know
I,
that somebody did that to you, went to the bathroom on you, as punishment, they whip you and then go to the bathroom on you. Nah, it's not sitting well with me.
it was one video that I did watch, and I said to myself, after this, I'm not watching anything else on this because I don't want this to get in my spirit at all.
Mm-hmm.
I plead the blood of Jesus on this. And it was with Nature Boy versus Jabari.
Mm-hmm.
And Dr. Jabari, he was talking about doing the works and with his community in the hood, right? And that you don't have to go to the jungle to do it or something.
Yeah, and they
It's
were
so much
showing how
of
they
that
were
nature.
stooping.
Yeah, the crazy thing is he's okay. Nature Boy is speaking. Is what he's saying sounds good, but he don't understand the reference. He's like, how can you understand something without doing the reading first? You just want to go out there and just go into the jungle before reading. And Nature Boy's rebuttal is it's because everything that happens sort of goes around, so it's like a revolving thing. I'm like, he confused me so bad. I'm
Yeah.
like, what in the world? And anything that's why reading is essential. That's why our ancestors were kept from reading, because they knew if they read, they would catch on some stuff. You know
Because
what I'm
it's
saying? So
power. It makes you
obviously reading is
powerful.
important.
Right.
Reading our history is important. Actually reading it and getting information is important. Nature Boy reading, he just took bits and pieces of what people were saying and just
Regurgitated stuff.
and twisted it into his own his own understanding, basically
Pretty much. But
interpretation. Yeah,
yeah,
and he
it's
makes everything sounds good. But if you really stop and really listen, you will peep that he's just manipulating and everything. That's how he got them all out there
yep.
in the jungle.
And if you notice, I don't know, maybe it's just me, from last night and tonight, and last night and today, I only saw today all the foolishness that happened from last night. I was counting sheep. But I woke up and I said, what is this, like a full moon or something? I mean, I saw Solar's live streams. I think he even went live just a couple of hours ago, and them removing Efru from yesterday's live stream, trying to confuse the public, making us think she left, which would have been a good thing, but begging for $15,000 and chastising the ones that left. They've been on this rant from yesterday all the way to today. And now all of a sudden, Efru goes live on her rant. I'm saying these people are really crazy.
But guess
They
what?
are crazy.
But guess what? This has consumed too much of my energy, and it's so much other stuff. It's bills being passed that we're not even aware of, that we need to be knowledgeable of.
Like I
It's
was
things
talking about
going
the
on. This
stimulus
is such a
thing.
distraction from other important things. It's ridiculous. I'd rather
I mean, there were people that didn't even know, including myself, that they are trying to pass another stimulus because of all that's going on. And I was telling the people that there were 14 states that already been approved. We probably won't see these little checks until the winter time, like around October. But we should all get approved, all 50 something states, but only 14 have been approved, and including me. I'm not just saying the people that I put on to game with it. There was people that honestly didn't hear about it either.
I just
And
heard that. I started to hear there was Pennsylvania at first. That's when it probably was a little starting to beginning to. They were beginning to pull out the states on doing it.
right,
But the main one I heard was Pennsylvania. So I didn't know if they was going to go through other
yeah,
states
they
or
have
not.
14 states that are approved.
Mm-hmm.
But I would think that they would give it to all 50 something. So you can't just give
Yeah,
it
look
to,
how many people are being put out
yeah,
their residence. Big name people are buying up these apartment buildings, and they putting people that's low income people out so they can refurnish it, rebuild it up, and bring in people charging higher rates. We're having so much of an issue with this. People are barely able to get gas. People are barely able to get food. People don't have nowhere to stay, and nobody's really talking a lot about that, or at least helping. So I guess they figured let's just give them a handout, so that let's just give them a handout, so at least we can say we did something. But it goes beyond that, to be honest.
Listen, I'm sorry, sweetie. RC, you got to look at the beginning of the live. You must have just came in, because we all know that. That's why I kept the live up to go at 2 p.m. so we could expose. Keep your money in your pockets, and please don't help him get bailed out on no $15,000, because they're playing mind games. Stop it. Stop the nonsense.
Oh yeah, I was like, I had made the post on I when I was doing it. I said, well, every knee shall bow, every tongue shall confess, to the real true God, right? To the Lord, to the true God, to the real God, not Legio, whatever. Then she happened to turn around and do that and mention every knee shall bow and every tongue. I'm like, did she just use? I said that's the exact same thing I said. She just used what I said. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know
was
you've been
like,
on my lives before over the years, if you've been following me, and I always say, every time I say like a little phrase, old school phrase, all of a sudden, I don't know if he does that or they do that
they
to
all
let you
do
know
it.
that
They
they're
all do
listening.
it.
Yeah, like they're marking birds or something. I'll be
Yeah.
like, I don't know. It's just weird.
And meanwhile, if the guys did the guys make those music tracks, because they're playing music in the background and everything. Now, if the guys made it and they didn't make it and they're playing that music, just like with YouTube, you can't, you gotta state that this is not, this, this is not something, this is not your music or whatever type of thing. You got to give credit for the music that's playing,
Right.
And they don't do that. I'm like, just okay. Whose music is that? And if it's the guys' music that they're using, the guys can actually come back and get them on that. I guess I mean that was a thought in my head. So I'm like,
They don't have
they didn't do no
boundaries.
disclaimer at all.
They don't have boundaries. We already know that. So, but yeah, what they were doing from yesterday was they were playing the guys' music that left, because they're trying to chastise them. And that's what they're trying to do with the audience too, by removing 𝗪𝗛 from that live. Why wasn't the four musketeers together yesterday? That Nature Boy's been doing that for years, taking one out of the equation to bring attention to whatever message he's trying to spread for the moment. But I just don't understand, how was this dude on a recorded line giving these people these kind of detailed orders to do? They only go live, you already know that, if he tells them to go live. They don't just say, oh, we're going to just go live today. They're not built like that. They're lazy. Nature Boy has to tell them that they're lazy. They don't have no drive or common sense to go live on their own, to try to push the narrative of freeing Nature Boy. They don't, and I'm telling you, he has brainwashed them so bad, they probably think in their own mind that they don't got a plan B. You know how he says, I don't want a woman that got a plan B. They probably ain't went home, including True, because they don't, out of all the disciples, they were the last of the Mohegans that message of no plan B got into their heads. Yeah, Nature Boy's right. I ain't got a plan B. So I'd rather just stay here. Right. And be like a puppet to Nature Boy's every want and need. Because every time Nature Boy's able to get to that phone, he's on there telling them what to do. How much canteen to send him, so he can have Slim Jims and oodles and noodles, so he can eat all day. He's probably eating on the phone when he calls them. You know what I'm saying? Eating his little canteen on the phone while he's calling them. These people are crazy. You have had over 90 days to sit with yourself and to say, I need to go home and be a mother to my child. Or to go get counseling, because I'm quite sure that they're not going to just give them back their kids. But go get help so you can be a part of your kid's life. And leave this other nonsense alone.
Well, they need counseling first before they definitely need counseling first, because they got to deal with themselves. at first because this is ridiculous. If they don't think much of themselves.
No.
They
Not at all.
they are so. Where's their
They're
demand for
brainwashed.
respect? I mean, I
I
don't
don't
get
know.
it.
They're brainwashed. I mean, this is just brainwash at its finest. It's really sad, but it's just almost like I truly didn't miss them when they was gone for about a month.
Mhm.
And then now that they know that that other lawyer is not going to help Nature Boy, if anything, he's going to help bury him even more if he keeps that lawyer. Now that they need us, they came out and kept it real and said, we need 15,000 for Nature Boy's attorney. Usually they'll act like they're doing a download to get compensated with a cash app, but they don't have time to do the download because they need money today, right now, to get Nature Boy out or to get a lawyer that's going to soften the blow.
Yeah.
So that's why they're getting on here trying to manipulate from a distance the ones that already left, hoping that they might come back because they're probably right now in a bind without the men not being
Right.
there. Because I'm quite sure they probably was getting, I'm just saying in my opinion, Social Security or SSDI check or something.
Yeah.
They wasn't all just living off of Nature Boy.
Right.
And it's just to the point where they can't survive or even come up with these funds just truing them alone.
True. It's one ex ex Melanation member because she actually started when it was Melanation. Matter of fact, she was on the news as far as giving her opinion of how she feels about Nature Boy being in jail, and she
Heavy
said when
set
she
lady?
came back, I can't remember her name at the moment. It's not coming to
No,
me.
I
I can
said,
see
is
her
she
face.
heavy set?
Yeah,
Yeah,
older
I know what you're talking
lady.
about. Yep,
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
but
Go
she
ahead.
said when she came back, she was seeing things and everything, and I was like, well, good. She said it took her a long time to get herself back together. And she said the reason why when she left a day or two after she left after she seen Nature Boy beat up his one of the wives, and then
Yes.
told her to go into the tent and pleasure him or whatever.
I think it
And
was
then
Yaya.
afterwards she had left, and then afterwards the older lady said she left.
Mm-hmm.
Now she's dealing with health issues as well, and she's asking for donations to help her with her health bills
I think she
as
was talking
well.
about Yaya. That she
Yeah.
was, I think when she was talking about that, like you said before, became carbonation, it was melanation or something like that. I wasn't doing commentary at the time, but I want to say it was Yaya that she was talking about, and the girl
Uh-huh.
ended up leaving, and you ain't heard from her since. But
Right.
she got good sense. Those are the ones that want to help themselves, the ones that disappear, heal themselves, and if they do get on, social media, because that is the wave of the future, it's going to continue to be people making money online from home, then that's great. But get yourself right before you try to reenact or create what you saw Nature Boy do his father's hustling online to get money. Because these people are leaving carbonation, and instead of healing, they're jumping into what we've been sitting in front of Nature Boy for years like puppets and getting this free knowledge on how to scam people online and get money and sit back like a fat cat and not work and be able to go to all these different countries. So they're trying to do the same formula. They're trying to use, you notice how Nature Boy's abuses, they follow him on every platform that he discovers on how to get $1.
Uh-huh.
Like Biggo, when he was on Biggo, then you're so abused, but you're following him on Biggo, trying to do what he's doing on Biggo to get beans. You know how they at first they was on Instagram. Then the abusers follow him over to Biggo to get the beans now. It's just sad.
Like I really didn't hear about this carbonation thing until the arrest came out about Nature Boy, and then I was like, well, who is this Nature Boy? And I happened to read what was going on. I was like, oh my god! And then I happened to go onto the thing to see. I said, this is atrocious. I said, at first, to be honest, I originally thought that it was a joke. I didn't really take it. I didn't really take it seriously. I'm like, who in the world really gonna get online and let somebody abuse them that way? That's just crazy.
I didn't believe it either at first. I didn't. When I first started doing, I'm gonna be honest with you. At the beginning of 2019, when I first started doing, you notice I don't know how long you've been following me, but if you've been following me since I started, I don't even keep those videos up long. I delete them like twice a year, millions of views. I don't even keep. If you look at my channel, it only goes back to June. I deleted all of the videos. I've been deleted videos from 2019, like in 2019. I don't keep those videos up because I don't plan going further to do this for another 2 or 3 years. I'm going to start doing, like you said, stuff on things that really matter, that are going on, real issues that are going on in the world.
Like after this, I don't want to even look into anything unless it's him in court. I want to see.
That's what. Oh my God.
I want to see him in court. If none of these people that's been out there saying that he did this, he did that, I'm like, you see, there's a whole bunch of bull crap anyway.
Because people, you don't know if it's the truth or not.
Yeah, because I would think Solar would be in there to testify. I would think Velvet would be there to testify. I would also think that what's up, Solar, Velvet, NATUREBOY'S would be there. Those people that are speaking out saying that he did those things should be the ones up in there testifying.
Exactly. And you said exactly. Go ahead, sis. Go ahead.
Yeah, and it's the same thing over and over and over again. Whoever leaves, they get on IG Lives and talk. It's sort of like the same thing that what's her name? The guy, the girl that's with Rambo.
Oh, Serenity.
Yeah, Serenity. So like the same thing with Serenity. You come out, you say this, they get your story, then they be like, okay, what's next? It's an ongoing thing. So,
oh my God, you're scaring me. You must be listening to me, because I say this all the time. It's like after you get the shock factor of what they just told you. It's like,
what's next? Then what are you going to do? What's next? What is your plan? You have nothing else. Like what else next? Okay.
When are you going to sit with yourself?
Right.
Tell us what you're going to do with yourself, not what nature. We already knew he was over there doing y'all sour. And, now you want to come out with the worst of the worst when we already know, even when at this point, you can't even shock us because we already knew what the worst was.
Yeah, shock factor is over. It's like shock factor is over now.
It's over.
Now NATUREBOY'S and Solar, they're posting up their date videos and all this other stuff. I'm like, okay, I'm just wanted to wait until court. I don't want, I'm not going to even comment on anything no more. I'm not even going to respond to anything more. I'm not even going. I'm just like, okay, let's see how it's going.
That's all I want to see. All I want to see, and I said the same thing. All I want to see is what comes out in court. I don't want to see or hear. No, put it like this. I don't want to go to a channel where they're doing a live stream and they're trying to do commentary to what they're saying, because they're not saying anything. It's just, I don't know what they're saying. I'm not even going to say it's just, I don't know what it is, but I'm not, that's like me being the same right with them. All I'm doing is giving commentary like I just did with this, that I think that they're trying to do some confuse the public. They took 𝗪𝗛𝗧 out of the equation on purpose. That's my opinion. I don't care if she was behind the camera or not. I don't care. They've been doing this for years, taking people out of the equation to get people back, following them and trying to be relevant so that they can try to push whatever they were trying to push for the moment. And ain't nobody going for the banana in the tailpipe no more. Not over here. You can go over there with other people, entertain that, but it's not going to be over here. Going forward, it's not going to be over here. We're going to call it out and we're going to let it go. Again, all I want to hear going forth is when the court proceedings start, I want to hear what the evidence that they found. To me, that's the only thing that's going to be solid and engraved in stone is what the findings are of the professionals. And I'm not the professionals, and nobody else that's reporting on this are the professionals. I want to hear from people that went to school to be able to decipher what was going on and decipher stuff that we didn't even know that was going on. And that's all I want to know. Because to be honest with you, none of us know unless we got all the evidence that these courts got. that they had to take by
Yeah.
getting a warrant to get it, so they can look through the phones and tablets.
We
None
don't know what
of
they
us
have,
got
right?
that information, but the courts. So they'll be able to tell the story so it's crystal clear. The truth will be revealed, and you cannot, like a lie, it can't go on and on no more. It's gonna cease and desist everything. And if
Right.
these people after that want to still do storylines and all that, once it comes out in court, people will start ignoring them. They're already doing it now. That's why they had to take, in my opinion, take Efru out of the equation. And then a couple hours before I went live, she goes live, chastising the ones that I didn't think had good enough sense, which were the men. You chastising them for leaving when you should have been running right behind them. Because you ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out. And I don't like True at this point.
True is beyond. He's in. I'm. With True, I'm definitely a little bit with True. He's like a ticking time bomb.
Yep.
Before something is gonna explode, because you can see it in his eyes, the way his eyes just bulge out. I'm like, oh my God, like, Lord, please don't let it be another mass shooting or something. So I'm like, goodness gracious, he's gonna explode, and he got that PTSD too. And I'm like, man.
But True's doing this on purpose. This is not about Nature Boy. This is about him. Because number one, he could have nipped this in the bud. They would have had no other choice but to go home. They wouldn't have had a plan B, which is to go to Cookie's house. If True would have said right after the guys left, I'm leaving too. But because
I got a thing with Cookie. Ain't no way in the world you're gonna be invading this stuff in my house of peace. Like, no, this is my space. I don't want to have none of that coming up in here. Y'all need to go somewhere else. Shoot, you ain't gonna have squats and stuff coming to my house. No,
right.
You ain't gonna have me up in there being questioned. That ain't happening. Cookie don't put herself in a very compromising position with this.
But you got listen. But that's what I'm trying to say to you. I'm mad at True because it gave them girls some time to have a plan B. Now that they got the plan B, which is Cookie, they're content. So if True leaves, they can still fall on Cookie. Look at how Cookie took in the whole tribe. And look at how all hours of the night they were playing music and loud and carrying on in her house. And neighbors were complaining. Now there's only 4 of them. She can or 5 of them, with True. She can deal with them because they're probably quiet. They're not doing all the stuff that Nature Boy had them doing. They're probably quiet, respectful. She'll probably keep them there as long as they want to stay there and push the 3. And I don't respect that Cookie's doing that. Because you're an older woman. You've been their age. They've never been yours. You wouldn't want your kids following behind a man that's like that. They would get put in closets in your house. And you mean to tell me I know that as a commentator, but you don't know that and it's your house? So, it's Cookie got some issues too. And she got a lot of issues. And I hope that she's listening too, because she's a sick older woman. You're sick, ma'am. Because she has, I'm quite sure, children too. And if you wouldn't want to see your children subjected to this, why are you making it okay to see somebody else's child go through this, even from a distance?
Right.
It's messed up. People are sick. I'm telling you, people, in the Black community, and I'm just saying in my own, I don't know about no other communities. I only know what it's like to be Black and what goes on in my community. Yeah. We always want to say, well, it's not my problem, until it becomes your problem.
You know what though? This is the thing. When that white girl was up in there and everybody was fussing about she done went to carbonation and I guess she left back home or whatever. How come it's like we're trying to do the same thing for our sisters here, but yet they still want to stay in that? It's like they come from dysfunction, so they're used to dysfunction. They don't know nothing else. Nothing else. So that's why they're staying so long, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's like they come from dysfunction. So why should it bother them that they're getting hit and cursed at, being called hoes and bees and stuff? So in my mind, it makes me think that they like that type of behavior. They like that type of environment.
They might. But if you love it, if you like it, I love it and stuff. Because it just, to me, it just don't make no sense. She did her video quick because she heard her mom come in the room. Who are you guys talking about? Oh, wait a minute. Tay, what did you say? Did you see that, Tasha? She said
I didn't
Efru
catch
did
it.
end her live the other day, real quick. But it's what are they saying that she did a live? Efru did a live. Says Tay, she did her video quick because she heard her mom come in the room.
Oh, because you know everybody have that foliage background.
So wait a minute, are you guys right? So are you saying that Efru did a live at her mother's house? I just want to confirm with I don't, like I said, unless Efru says herself that she's back with her mother, I don't know what to believe. These people can be making us think that she's at the mother's house doing a live. It's to me it's just real shady.
Right now, as far as right now, with all that posting
Wow.
IG stuff, that IG posting, it's gotten boring. It's gotten boring. It's getting.
That's why they're doing what they're doing, exactly. And they're trying to get the attention from the audience. So this is what they do. You already know that. If you've been watching Nature Boy long enough, you know.
It's like it's like when you're watching a show and right before they give you the answer to something, they go to commercial.
Right. You think that they're gonna tell you this time? This time
Right.
they're gonna tell us.
Right.
Man, please.
So
Yeah.
it's a string along at this point to me.
These
and
people are sick. They're sick. But listen, I'm gonna get off of here because it's an hour and I shouldn't even have been on here this long.
Well,
Because
thank you, Miss.
thank
you,
no,
Miss Davis.
let me say
Peace and
thank
blessings
you.
to you.
Listen,
And keep on doing what you're doing, and
I
keep
want
it
to
up.
say,
Y'all right. Thank you.
I was gonna say I want to thank you. You ain't got to thank me. I want to thank you for coming up and speaking what was on your mind. Because, like I said, going forward, I'm not sitting there multitasking, talking, and then reading the comment section. Y'all don't write paragraphs. Come and bring yourself up here and say what you need to say. This is what these lives are for, not just to hear me talking, but for me to hear what you voice your opinion. Long as we're respectful, I don't have no problem with y'all being on my platform, coming up here and kicking it. This is why I come up here to kick it with y'all. So, if people ain't kicking it, they want to kick it in the comment section, I got to kick it on off the live. So we're going to be on here for 40 minutes or maybe less, and I'm keeping it moving. I don't be on lives for 2 or 3 hours. That's just not how I get down. So
like these other news to get on with instead of this thing. I understand how you
like
feel.
preparing for my Sunday dinner because I'm making something that I don't have to start early in the morning. That's the only reason why I'm on here. So, but if I had to make me a crock pot meal like some oxtail, I probably wouldn't have did the live to Monday. But I'm making salmon today, something quick and easy. But if y'all don't come up here and interact, I'm not staying on no live for no 2 or 3 hours. I'm just not doing it. It says, I'm not saying she did a live at her mom's. I'm just making mention that she did end her live. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not even worrying about it. I just know that they're jam scamming.
All right, Miss Davis.
Okay.
Peace and blessings. I'm dropping down. Thank you so much, Miss Davis. All right.
All right. So listen, I'm about to leave. And I'm going to probably be on here tomorrow, start back up. Make sure you subscribe to my second channel, SL Davis Social Media News, because I think it was yesterday. I want to say yesterday I went live on my other channel. So make sure you subscribe to both channels because I'm not gonna always be going live on here. I'm gonna be switching it up. So and make sure your notification bell is on with the option off. Y'all have a blessed day. Try not to let people in the community, I'm talking about anyone talking on this topic, confuse you no more than it's already been confusion and mayhem. And have a blessed Sunday. I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Mwah.